Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I am a generous person. I just love giving all the time. But that receiving part, when people want to give back to me, oof, I'd rather not. I'd rather them keep what they have. But again, when it comes to giving, oh man, it's the best feeling in the world. I just love giving. I could give all day. Well, welcome to step number 3 of Awaken Your Inner Champion. And today we're going to learn that giving is not enough. It's not just about you. As someone who loves to give, I am born to serve and give. I used to think that giving was enough, that giving was everything, that the true value of life was in giving to others. And I come to you today corrected. I could not have been more wrong. And that's why I created this step number 3, so we could look at it together. It might be the shortest step that we're going to have, but it just might be the most impactful. So, if you're one of those people who have always told yourself, you always said, I love to give, whether it be my time. Actually, let's go through a few things that we can give to others. All right, we can give other people our time. We can give them our attention. Did you know that sometimes others don't want your money? They don't want any gifts. They simply want you to acknowledge that they are there. That they are there. And I've been listening to Myron Golden, and he said something so interesting. He said, God acknowledges everyone. So who am I to ignore anyone? And that's why I make it a habit that when I'm walking down the street, or I'm in a mall, or I'm at my nutrition club, to make eye contact with as many people as I can and just smile. Simply to say, I see you. It could be as simple as that. Giving someone attention, letting them know, hey, I see you. So what can we give? We can give gifts. We can give attention, time. We can give money. So financially, if you have other things other ideas of what you can give, please put them in the comments below. But again, let's get back to the main point. If you are one of these people who still says, I love to give, but I don't want to receive. I'm very uncomfortable when it comes to receiving, but the feeling that I get from giving is just so incredible. All right. We are going to change that around. And the principle behind this is to understand that when we open up and accept receiving, it's just as impactful as giving. And here's what I mean. We agreed that giving is one of the best feelings. Now just imagine, you want that feeling that you have, you want to give me a gift, and I reject it. I say, no, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't need it. You keep it. How would you feel? Oh, maybe it wouldn't bother you. Maybe you'd say, okay, he doesn't need my gift. It's all great. But what did I just do by not receiving what you offered to me? That feeling that you usually have of, oh my goodness, I just gave to someone. I just took that away from you by not receiving. And that's what I mean, is by not receiving gifts from others, whether it be time, attention, financially, we negate that feeling for them, no matter who it is. That great feeling that we get from giving to others, well, when we don't receive from others, we take away that feeling from them. And that's why the cycle must keep going. We must accept and receive and then give back. And what's pretty cool is that the more we give, the more we receive. And what's awesome is that the more we receive, the more we are capable of giving, and so on and so forth. And I used to think that the cycle was flat. I give, I receive, I give, I receive, I give, I receive. But when I open up my mind to receiving and being grateful for receiving, I can give more. And the cycle is not flat. The cycle actually goes up. And not only does it go up, we go up together because we understand. And the emotions that we have, we understand that the more we can receive, the more we can give. And that's why it's called today, giving is not enough. It's not just about you. Because when we understand that that feeling of giving that we get is not just reserved for us, it's also given to those who want to give. And it goes both ways. There are two extremes, and we must put them together. So I can't just be a giver, and I can't just be a taker. They both have to go together. Because if I'm just a taker, and I just want to take from everyone, accept gifts, but not give, or give very little. Always give more than what you are paid for. Always give more than what you are paid for. Which means always seek to give more in value than you receive. So we have people who solely want to give and that are closed to the idea of receiving for whatever reasons that they may have. Maybe they feel that they're too good to receive from others. Maybe it's just been a conditioning, a family generational conditioning that they have, and that's okay. Because you know what's cool about the human being? We can adapt and change. That is what makes us unique. God made us so that we can change. You know, a tree will always be a tree. A dog will always be a dog. A human being can change. So, I've heard it before, but my family has always been like this, so I'm going to be like this. So I'm like this. Well, hey, listen, if that's your reality, all right, you do you, boo-boo. But here's the actual reality. You can change. I can change. So all the thoughts that we have when it comes to accepting gifts, let's make it so we can give the other person, right? You love to give. Give the other person permission to have that great feeling of giving. And on the other side, we have all the people who love to take. These are the people who are happy when they work 5 hours and they go to their job and they work half day and get paid for the full day. Like, yes, I put in half the work and I got a full day's pay. These are the people who accept. They accept help from others when it comes for moving day, when it comes to taking care of the children. But when they are called upon, they are nowhere to be found. This might be you listening right now. Might be someone you think of. Here's the thing though. We all have a bit of each side in us. The question is, how are we going to use both in order to grow? Because again, we can't just stay where we are. We can't just stay here and keep receiving and keep receiving, or giving. At a certain point in our life, we have to understand that we need to receive and we need to give. This is human. This is part of humanity. If this was not part of humanity, then we would not be here. It's said that humans are made to connect. Well, in order to connect, I have to give you my attention and time. I have to make you feel valued. And at my past conference, I shared with people a great way to connect with someone and make them feel like they're not just an employee. And here's what I mean. Have you ever gone to Tim Hortons or Dunkin' Donuts, or actually, have you ever gone through a drive-through? If you have, put your hand up. Awesome. I can't see if you put your hand up, but and what do people usually do? Have you ever noticed, whether you're inside the restaurant or outside, have you ever noticed how people act when they're at the drive-through going to buy something? Here's what I hear. Yeah, I'll take a number 1. I'll take a number 2 and add an extra. Here's where I want to get to. There's a person on the other side talking. Now imagine you met me in the street and the first thing you said is, yeah, you know what? I want to, without introducing yourself or without asking, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Now I understand, right? Let's get back to the drive-through example. I understand, or we both know that we don't have a lot of time. It's the drive-through. It's made to go fast. But what is it that keeps us from simply saying, hey, great morning. How's your shift going? Awesome. Would it be possible to have a number 1? Awesome. Thank you so much. Probably took as much time as if I said, hey, I'm going to take a number 1. And first off, you are acknowledging that the person is there. You're giving them value. They're not just another employee. Secondly, you are giving them power in the way you ask. Would it be possible to have a number 1? And then you are receiving the fact that they are giving you your time, giving you their time. And that is something that I always emphasize at my fit camps is I start off the class by saying, thank you so much for giving me the one thing that you will never get back. And I always end the class with that too. Because time is the only currency that we keep spending, just as I'm doing right now. It's the only currency that we keep spending that we will never get back. So when we talk about giving, when we give with our time, when someone gives you their time, make sure you let them know that you are grateful and that you value that time. And if ever someone does not take your time seriously and does not value your time, that is not the person you want to be with. Those are not the type of people that you want to be with. Because if they don't value your time, they don't value their life. And if they don't value their life, they don't value your life. And let's end on this, guys. Let's end on this. All right. Uh, I used this example at my last conference about giving and receiving. Imagine we're at a concert, all right, and I'm sitting down. I'm watching the concert. Let's say it's a jazz concert. It's pretty relaxed, right? And I see you standing in the corner. All right, let's flip the roles. You're sitting down and you see me standing in the corner. And it's been about an hour. Excuse me. It's been about an hour that the show's been going on, and I'm standing there. And you're like, man, I think he could use a chair. And so you look around, and it doesn't take you a split second to realize that there's been a chair beside you this whole time. And so that feeling comes back. You know what? I'm going to take this chair and I'm going to go offer it to him. Isn't that going to be nice? He won't have to stand up. He'll be able to sit peacefully, relaxed, and watch the show. And so you take your chair, you move silently without being noticed, and you come and see me. I've been standing in the corner, and you say, hey, Jay, I noticed that you were standing in the corner. I've noticed that you've been standing this whole time, and I had an extra chair beside me. So I told myself, you know what? I'd come over and I'd offer you this chair. And my reaction is, I look at you and say, oh no, I'm great. I don't need the chair. How would you feel? First off, I, without knowing it, rejected you. Maybe I wanted to reject you. Who knows? But I just rejected you. Number two, I rejected you in front of other people, which is not fun. And now you have to walk back and sit down, put the chair back, and watch your show. Maybe it doesn't bother you, but maybe it does. Now let's flip that around. Okay? Same situation. I'm standing in the corner. You notice I've been standing this whole time for an hour. You see the chair beside you, and you think, hey, he's been standing this whole time. I got this chair. I'm going to go offer him the chair. So you take the chair, you discreetly move through the crowd, and you say, hey, I noticed you've been standing this whole time. And I thought I'd bring you this chair. And I look at you with a big smile and I say, man, that is awesome. Thank you so much. You know what? I will take the chair. What's your name, by the way? Alex. Awesome, Alex. Thank you so much for the chair. My name is Jay. I needed that. And I take the chair and I sit down, and you walk peacefully back to your seat. And sit down, and now you're happy. You're watching your concert, and everything is great. You look over, and I look comfortable sitting down. That's what I mean, guys. The power in accepting gifts from others. You give them. When you accept, when you receive, you actually give them that feeling. You give them the permission to feel like, wow, I'm able to give. And even we will face situations where someone will offer something to us that we don't really need, that we probably have, or they'll offer some knowledge that we already know. And the best thing that we can do is say, wow, I think I've heard that before, but since I'm hearing it again, I think I really need to take action. Instead of, I know. Usually when we're having a conversation and someone says something to us, shares some knowledge, and we just say, I know, we are literally blocking ourselves from accepting the information that is being shared with us. And so the person is sharing the knowledge, and then you say, yeah, I know. And then the person's like, oh, okay. He already knew that. Let's say we're talking about birds, right? And you say, yo, and the person tells you, yo, we've been talking about birds this whole time. Did you know? Did you know, like, I found out last week that there's a team in MLB that their name's the Blue Jays. Usually our reaction will be like, yeah, I know. But what happens when you give the other person like the spark of actually giving information that you don't have? So instead of saying, I know, you're like, holy crap. I think I had heard that before, but that's true. There is a team. Wow. There is a team that's called the Blue Jays in the MLB. And the person's like, holy crap. Like, we just shared some information. I did not say I know. So I might have heard, or that's true. Like you are confirming what they said. Oh, that's true. There is a team called the Blue Jays, isn't there? And the person feels great. I just gave information, and now I am valued. The person confirmed with me that what I said is true, and they're happy about it. The words I know, and we spoke about it in step number 2, guys. The words I know in a conversation, take them out of your conversation. Take them out of your language when you're speaking with someone. Find another way of rephrasing it so the other person feels valued and you feel valued. Because again, the second we use, yeah, I know. Oh, I know. You're literally creating a blockage within your mind that says you don't need to learn anymore. You already know. But when you truly know, you don't have to say it. And when you're able to reframe how you answer to others and start accepting what they give to you, your brain starts opening up to more possibilities, to better ideas, to more ideas, saying, wow, okay, I can learn more. I can learn more. I can learn more. And I think it's John C. Maxwell who said, a lot of people have died. They just have not made it official yet. In my opinion, that simply means the day you decide that you've learned enough, that you know, is the day that you die. Because you have stopped there. I have learned enough. I'm smart enough. I know. If that's you, wake up. You will never know enough. There's always something to be learned each and every day. So remember this. And I say this because I have struggled with it. Sometimes I still struggle with it, receiving a gift, but I catch myself first and I literally say it out loud to the person. I am getting better at accepting gifts. Because my reaction used to be, oh, no, it's okay. I don't need it. I don't need what you're giving me. And now it's, oh, I'm still a bit awkward, but I'm like, you know what? I'm really getting better at accepting gifts. Thank you so much for your gift. So my brain each time says, remember, you're getting better each and every time. You're getting better at accepting gifts each and every time. And the person in front of you and giving the gift is like, wow, I just gave a gift to Jay and he feels awesome. He's getting better at accepting gifts. Maybe I should do the same. And this last thing, guys, remember, we went over it at the beginning. The cycle is not I give and I receive, I give and I receive, I give and I receive, and it stays flat. It's I give and I receive, 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 and it goes up and up and up. And the thing is, as it goes up, when other people understand, then they start going up with you. It's not lonely at the top. It's only lonely if you don't do it properly. All right. So on that note, remember, giving is not enough. Giving is not enough. We must receive. And actually, in receiving, we give the other person permission to have that great feeling of, wow, I just made that person's day. And it's not just about you, baby. Let's go. So on that note, it was your boy Avatar Fit. Stay, stay blessed, and keep applying everyday progress. I'll see you at step 4.